Dive into the chaos, here we go. Social media lunacy steals the show. Crazy sin just means wrapped up tight. Scroll through the madness every night.
Hello, we are going to be watching some Bowblax stuff for our first video. We decided to go back as far as we could for Bowblax just to give you an introduction to why he is a weirdo. So we're going to be listening to his Black Lives Matter song. I am Dylan, and who are you, my co-host?
Hey there, I'm Futon Revolution, and it's a shame that so much of Bowblax's history is erased on a regular basis, but it's not like there's anything much worthwhile to remember him for until Augie RFC era and his wonderful legacy that you're about to play.
Yeah, to be honest, like, I want to say 4 years ago it was, I found out about Bowblax through this drama because I knew that he was the guy who read tweets, and I'm like, okay, it's just boring content that people use so they don't have to read tweets. But then I was moving to California, and I heard that he was having a full-on freak out about some BLM song. And I ended up watching it. I thought it was hilarious. Me and a user named True Blue Fuse made a mashup, and someone else made a mashup of the exact same song, but it was Another One Bites the Dust mixed with his BLM song. And
that one's a banger, yeah.
It had Shadow the Hedgehog gameplay as the background because black creatures, funny, ha ha ha. He struck it. He struck that video. And then I made an archive years later, and he struck it again. So he acts like that he doesn't do strikes anymore. He struck the archive a few years ago. Back when I was off the internet, like, he struck my archive. So he's still striking. He's still fucking striking. But let's listen to the BLM song and see why it caused so much drama that it did. I'm gonna say this now, I've preemptively censored out him saying the N-word just because the internet isn't what it used to be, and playing that shit now instantly gets your video fucked. Yeah, you don't get recommended, you don't grow, it just stagnates. So N-word has
only
been
if
censored.
It's in the first 5 minutes. After the first 5 minutes, you're good with everything.
This video is only 30 minutes long, so we'd be fucked. But yeah, let's play the video. If you want to pause at any time to say anything or point out anything funny, go ahead. I'll do the same.
Some people don't know the struggle.
Oh yeah, I made this music video myself. So Bowblax has like blinking and lip syncing animations. Very South Park-esque. I was up at like 4 a.m. last night getting this put together. Honestly, it was the best I could do because I didn't want to actually waste my time making a VTuber of him so I could lip sync it myself. I just made a PNG tuber. I could have Bowblax say some terrible shit with that PNG tuber I made of him.
Is that like the DSP detractor thing of where people are making the songs and halfway through they're like, what am I doing?
He has a text-to-speech bot up. Like, he has a voice bot up. I could just clone his voice.
Of being fucking black, we always get bullied.
So this is something I've heard a lot of people completely ignore, and I've brought this up multiple times, but no one seems to agree with me. People are saying that he's imitating a 1970s musician. Some people have said Another One Bites the Dust is the song that he's trying to sound like. I disagree. I think that he is going for a minstrel show voice. And I think that he is 100% going for, like, a lordy blackface interpretation of black people. And I only say that because he's doing a BLM song and making fun of black people, and he's LARPing as a black person in the song. I've heard no one else say that opinion, though, and I feel like I'm alone on that.
I can see it. I can see both. But I always just kind of figured that, like, he was trying to do, like, you know, this is what rappers sound like, but he doesn't know.
Have you ever seen those really old racist, like, minstrel show music where, like, white people try to speak what they think black people sound like, and they'll sing, like, music that was, like, a mockery of black music at the time?
Oh, mammy.
Yeah, that shit. That's what he sounds like to me. But no one has been that uncharitable with it, I guess because people like Bowblax. I don't like Bowblax, so I'm not going to be charitable with him. I think that he's doing virtual blackface here.
Another thing that people don't mention is that, you know, he just dropped bully within like the first line, and he is so obsessed with that word.
Yeah, no, he is completely obsessed with bullies. He was calling his A-log streams bully streams, so he is obsessed with the word bully.
Bully. Cause we are black. Black lives matter. All the whites should die. So mean to us. Might as well kill yourself. Black lives matter. Oh, black lives matter.
That's one thing I don't get about this song, is like, it's making fun of black people, but like, he just repeatedly tells people to kill themselves, like, over and over and over again in this song. I honestly want to know why he just starts saying KYS randomly.
Well, I mean, there was the whole thing of, like, people were like, well, black lives don't matter, blue, like, no, if
all lives matter.
Lives matter, there's blue lives matter, and maybe his brain just connected blue lives matter to killing black people.
Maybe. I'm just trying to figure out why he thinks that black people want everyone to die.
Matter. Black lives matter. Kill yourself. If you're white, if you're cis, kill yourself. If you're gay, if you're white, kill yourself. If you're trans, if you're white.
See, some people add, like, backing track music to this. I wouldn't dare, just because I love hearing the random noises in the background, and I want to imagine someone is in the room with him hearing him do this, and I want to just paint the scenery of, like, Bowblax in his room singing this song and recording it, thinking it's a good idea.
If you're trans or if you're white. Yeah, there are no white trans.
Yeah, there's no white gay people either. The lyrical genius of Bowblax.
Kill yourself if you're anything but black. Kill yourself, cause black lives matter.
I love the beat that he does. Like, he'll bang on his desk and, like, fucking beatbox to make, like, the fucking beat to the music.
I thought that he was pacing around and, like, he's just smacking the counter or something.
I think he's hitting the desk because, like, I hear, like, a reverberation on the mic. Like, the mic shakes for a second. That's how I've always interpreted it.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. If you're white.
Tell me if I put blackface on him and just accepted getting canceled, that this wouldn't sound like one of those minstrel show songs. Like, I don't know why no one has made that comparison with him. It's the way that he emphasizes his words when he's singing it. Like, the lives matter.
I guess the spoiler for later is I think you'd react a little bit better than Jar did to people trying to cancel him over blackface.
Why kill yourself if I see you walking down the street and you're white? I bring up my gun. College self-defense. Please.
Nice rhyme.
Honestly, I'm kind of shocked that he never did blackface. He seems like the type that would be stupid enough to do it. Like, for a Halloween thing, like, Augie tricked him into doing it. Fucking go dressed up as Mr. Popo or something like Chris did. Also, I love that his song about black people immediately had to involve getting shot. By the way, this was made in response to the 2020 riots. So, like, that's why I bring that up. This song was made at the time of the 2020 riots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Till the news and be praised. My death won't be in vain. Cause Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Also, George Floyd wasn't shot. Just saying that. I don't know if he's, like, so unself-aware that he didn't know that. He wasn't shot.
And it was such a meme in his community that you'd think he'd focus more on that.
Yeah, no.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. If you're white, kill yourself. Black Lives Matter.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Like, the way that he handled it and the way of, like, it just being something completely stupid. It reminds me of Mundane Matt's Polly the Polar Bear.
Mm-hmm. That's a classic.
Like, I don't think anyone would care about the Black Lives Matter song if it wasn't for him and how he responded to it. Like,
yeah, because, I mean, it would have been over within 2 weeks.
Yeah, all he had to do was say, it was a joke, I did it in a call, get over it. And I think he would have been fine. Like, there's that guy who recorded the DuckTales racist song. Like, he's still online, and he screamed the N-word, like, tons of times in that song. Like, I think that you can walk back from it. iDubbbz is now, like, a liberal social justice warrior. And he said the N-word God knows how many times.
I do not understand how iDubbbz is supporting himself.
It's all Anissa. Anissa's got him by the balls, puppeting him around. That is the only way that he can handle the cope. I heard that another one of his friend group...
She's not making money either.
Yeah. I heard another one of his friend group recently also switched to being liberal and apologized for being super offensive. So, it's not just him. I think the only one that's, like, normal still is, like, fucking, the guy who opens Pokemon cards, Max Mofo. I think he's, like, the only normal one there now.
There's no way Anissa's making enough money.
She opened her OnlyFans again.
Yeah, but who's subscribing?
I don't
Not
know.
enough to
Her
not
mom.
enough for 2 people to live in Los Angeles.
Yeah, no. They're talking about doing Creator Clash 3. They're trying to get the lawyers to approve it.
Lawyers.
If you're white, kill yourself. If you're
He just completely blanked out. He doesn't even know where the fucking song is going anymore.
He blanked out trying to remember what other races exist.
Yeah. Only white and black people to him. Oh, Mexicans exist too, apparently.
Filipino.
Only Latinos. Latinos, whites, and blacks. They're the only races.
Yourself. Anything but black.
Well, go back, because I always thought he said Filipino.
He said Filipino. I was saying
okay.
Latinos because he said Filipino and Mexicans. Like, those are the only fucking things that he knows. He doesn't know fucking, like, Arabs or fucking any other fucking race.
He's super sheltered even for a Canadian.
I think he's just a Canadian. That's the problem.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives.
Isn't Anissa also Canadian?
Is she? I don't know.
I think Worski and PPP are like 2 of the only good ones. Canadians are a fucking blight on society. They're almost as bad as the Brits.
I always thought it was cute to have PPP try to tell us about American politics.
Yeah, no, he's rightfully fucked off now. He's straight up said that he doesn't give a shit, and he does like Gumroad episodes on Canadian politics that nobody watches, so at least he's minding his own.
Doesn't matter. If you're not black, kill yourself. Sometimes.
Neighbor.
Cause it's cool.
Yeah, I made Sonic say neighbor as the censor.
And that's no good.
But he does just straight up drop the N-word, like no hesitation.
But a fool. But if anyone else is
Neighbor.
they are racist. Should be shot on sight.
He fucked up the line. He fucked up the line.
But they should be shot anyways.
They should be shot, but they should be shot anyways.
But it's not racist when I do it.
Cause there's nothing but non-black.
Neighbors.
Black lives matter. If you're white, kill yourself.
Wait, non-black N-words?
Yes, non-black N-words. That's what he screamed. The lyrics quit making sense if they ever did to begin with.
Neighbor.
You should go kill yourself. Fuck you. Shitty ass whites. Like motherfuckers. Kill yourself. I got a gun. Kill you myself. Just having a hood. Black lives matter.
And that's how the epic song ends.
I still hear it as pacing and just him like jabbing his face at the microphone every time he thinks of something.
Now we are going to be watching the Bowblax stream. To give some context to this stream, when the Black Lives Matter song started blowing up and people gave Bowblax a ton of hate, he decided to strike down the videos that were making fun of it. He struck down the videos that were archiving it. He went on a complete rampage. And what makes it ironic is that him and his friends had made excuses for him archiving other people's videos, that it was fair use and that you should be allowed to do it. But then he went around not only striking archives, but he ended up striking people's commentary videos. And he probably striked quite a few transformative videos. He tries to say that he only struck one that was transformative, but like I said earlier, my video got struck and I was pretty transformative. It wasn't a straight rip. So he's a liar. Like, I think everyone knows Bowblax is a liar.
He only ever admits to what he's being confronted with at that moment.
Yeah, and if you can 100% prove it, like, he is snaky like that. If you don't have, like, pictorial evidence, then he'll fucking, he'll try to weasel out of it.
And there's also at the time where he and Dioria were in a competition to see who could claim being the most liberal in the community.
So yeah, that's the context to this. It's gonna be playing, and there's a bit of stuff before the full-on spurg out happens. So we'll just listen to this and deal with it, and then it gets really fucking crazy. This is only 10 minutes long.
There's like a
Let
reason
me
to
cook.
for people, you know, where it's not just like, oh, it's some little scrub show. Like, I'm not going on here.
That's right. That's right.
And half of that comes from like numbers, and the other half of that comes from just being able to prove yourself as like a
Yeah.
decent host or something, you know?
I can't be the only one
That
not
was okay,
interested
well.
in this fucking game.
Or whatever Augie is talking about here.
Night, Augie, night.
I don't want to be
everybody,
mean to
night,
Augie
everyone
because I know he's another person who was
thing.
inspired by me, but like Augie's non-drama
Alcohol
streams are
is
fucking
alcohol.
boring, and I couldn't watch them.
Drug?
Yes, it literally is a drug.
It's technically.
Is that how
By
it works?
definition, any substance that changes your how your body works is a drug.
It's
I
a,
know that.
is it a stimulant? No. It's a downer.
Coffee is a drug.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is such a stupid fucking take. Like, I've seen like quite a few fucking moist brain idiots out there like trying this whole fucking everything's a drug just because your body reacts to shit. I've heard people say that like gooning and dopamine is like a drug, and that you can just like keep your body sustained by like jacking off nonstop. And it's like, no, it's not a drug. You're just fucking pathetic. Like, a drug is like a hardcore substance you take that gives you an immediate reaction. All you're doing is stimulating your body and then noticing the effects of it. Like, I wouldn't ever consider something like fucking caffeine or sugar to be a drug.
Yeah, not even Brittany Venti would claim that.
Yeah, no, that's just extremely fucking ridiculous. I think it's mostly from like people from Bowblax and Augie's gen. Like these younger people who grew up with like fucking fake ass science shit on fucking YouTube rather than actually paying attention during biology class. And biology was one of my worst subjects.
Coffee isn't the drug. Caffeine is a drug.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Flamenco.
Is that flamenco?
Fucking
Yeah.
drunk flam is school now.
Gene is a stimulant drug,
Drunk
yeah.
flam is what now?
I said drunk flam is school now.
Imagine hanging out with flamenco.
Sorry, yeah. No, it's...
Yeah, he
it's not
just
even,
brought
like,
up there that
schooling, just autistic, okay?
Augie just mentioned, can
Literally.
you imagine hanging out with
Just
drunk
autistic,
flamenco?
okay? I don't just read tweets, but I am just autistic.
Oh yeah, good flamenco. Make fun of someone else's content.
Oh,
Just
hey,
being
what's up?
annoying in fucking text right now, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's
oh my
about
God,
to
I can't
happen.
remember.
Y'all took.
He's trying to like make a mountain out of a molehill. That's literally what he's doing.
So this is the thing that I've always noticed with Bowblax is like everyone who dislikes him or has an issue with him, they're in the wrong. They're exaggerating it. They're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's always a misunderstanding, and he genuinely thinks that someone couldn't just disagree with him or dislike him. Like, it's always got to be some misunderstanding. It's not a misunderstandanding. You're just fucking wrong, and you never want to take the L on anything unless you're forced to. And even then, like 2 years, 3 years later, you'll just fucking give yourself the W anyway when everyone's forgotten about it.
It's also the totem pole. Like, he has to go complete opposite of flamenco, because no matter what he says, if it's against flamenco, the audience is gonna eat it up.
Well, yeah, because no one likes fucking flamenco.
Whoa, dude.
Oh my god. Fucking eggs.
It's so cool, dude. You were just like,
I can just sleep off. I don't know.
you know how in Ghost and Mario, you're looking at me.
Nick's the only one who's upset.
I love that Bowblax is just ruining the vibe of the stream. Everyone else is having fun and just goofing, and he's like, "Oh, Nicholas is mad at me. My girlfriend isn't talking to me." Ugh. It's like way to bring down the vibes.
Someone help me, because me constantly antagonizing Nick is having him keep talking to me in DMs.
Nick, I don't know how he put up with Bowblax for so fucking long. He put up with Bowblax for like 5 fucking years. Like, it's crazy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't imagine.
He's like,
Imagine
really,
trying to
there's, like,
demand
there's,
that
like,
someone
some-
else try to help you in your private DMs.
Yeah, no. Like, I can only imagine that Nicholas tolerated him because Bowblax had a lot of traction and he thought he could grift off him. That is the only way that I can imagine. And then now, since he's growing, he's just like, yeah, it's time to feed Bowblax to the corn. Get rid of him.
I think it was kind of like the whack pack thing.
Yeah, I think Augie is bigger than Bowblax now, so he can just afford to get rid of Bowblax.
No, that Nick saw him that way, because
Yeah.
you know Nick grew up on radio stuff like that.
Well, Bowblax tried to get the hate off of him a few years ago. He took a lolcow that I had, that was one of my personal lolcows, Cisco or Sysconic, and he tried to bring him into the Augie scene, and he didn't last long there. And I fucking hate that he did that because it ruined Cisco for me. I really liked Cisco as a meme, and he just fucking ruined it just so people would quit bullying him. No damn
Well, you know.
respect.
Well, I mean, Bowblax created the community, so you know you gotta bow down to him.
That was so fucking dumb. Like, all he did was read tweets. It's fucking Augie's community, and Bowblax was Augie's dancing male monkey. And I don't know why he didn't fucking realize his place in the pecking order sooner.
Well, it's like Stuttering John has made a career out of pretending that he was in on the joke.
It's like when people say Mundane Matt made Gamergate. Like, everyone's memeing when they say that. It was obviously Mr. Medicare. But, like, people say Mundane Matt just because it's funny to imagine Mundane Matt actually doing it on his own. Like, Mundane Matt was, like, his whole career got built off Gamergate. It's funny to say that he made it. And I think that's the same way with fucking Augie. Like, Augie definitely made that fucking community. And unlike other people, I don't see Augie's commentary community as being the commentary community, because Pyro in their community was still very much alive. I would say that Augie did a very similar streaming content that I did, where, and me and him hopped on this pretty early, where you would record streams and then unlist the streams and cut it up and then upload the segments as full videos. That's what Augie was fucking doing, and him and his crew, they got big off that shit. And now tons of people do that fucking format. So
how close was this to the Chris Hansen thing and them being branded as the Goon Squad or Commentary Mafia?
I would say that like 2 years, 1 year into it, it became the Commentary Mafia. It was definitely around the John Swan era, like the John Swan exposing the first time he was exposed. It was definitely around that time that they started getting the Mafia slogan tacked to them. But let's continue. I want to actually hear him freak out.
You can talk. I've already talked about everything we're talking.
Nick has brought this up, that like with Bowblax, first it starts off calm, and then if you have any slight disagreement with him, he starts freaking out and crying and screaming, and he'll just keep doing that till you give up and leave him alone.
And he's already trying to ult, and Nick isn't even on there.
His ultimate trump card isn't crying. His ultimate trump card is my sister was raped. And that is just so beyond fucked up. That is like his last fucking resort, is my sister was raped.
I mean, ult is when a white woman does it, and that's pretty much
fine.
him.
I'll say that's his special attack. That's his special attack.
Talking about publicly.
His assist.
Yes, I have. I literally did it in the clip I linked you. Did you not see the clip I linked you? The stream. That's why I told you to watch it. It literally answers all your questions. I already said it live.
Please watch my content.
Watch the stream. You'll understand. Like, I think it was Lyrics who said this. In Bowblax's mind, everything is a misunderstanding, and he is one argument away from winning everyone over to his side. Like, he's like a gambler. He really thinks that at any moment, he'll just say the right thing and everyone will agree with him. That never fucking happened. They stop talking because they feel bad for you. And they let you have it because they don't want to hear you cry. That is the reality of your life. You never won anything. I wouldn't even say he won that Destiny debate, and I dislike Destiny. But I wouldn't say he won the Destiny debate.
Well, I mean, Destiny lost the debate.
Well, yeah, debating with Bowblax is an automatic L, but I wouldn't say Bowblax won.
Well, it's like Destiny's thing was that people on Twitch are inherently more wealthy than people on YouTube. I'm just like, you know, you're gonna change your tune once you're on YouTube instead, and he did.
Yeah, I just still think that Bowblax, like, overall, he just sucks at arguing, and he only won because Destiny was completely fucking clueless there. But I still wouldn't say that was a win because Bowblax outsmarted him. I think Bowblax just got fucking lucky.
And Bowblax only ever has the one argument that he goes into. It's very, like, it's not a mental illness, it's just,
oh, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it soon.
It's autistic in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, with where you go in and you just grab the first argument that's at hand and you just beat someone in the head with it.
Yeah.
Like, I get guilty of that. fight to against doing that, and he just goes and just does it anyway because he's got no consideration for neurotypicals.
Every fucking Bowblax argument goes that same way, and I think really only someone like Keemstar can like hold Bowblax down and beat the shit out of him. But Bowblax ran away before Keem could confront him recently. But let's continue with this.
Everything I've said publicly, man. I don't know why you would just assume things before coming to talk to me, but whatever. If you had
We
an
literally
issue.
spoke about it. That's how I got to the conclusion that I'm at, was through a conversation with you.
Yeah, but
You've been talking about it together for over half an hour.
I also love that Bowblax wants everything to be handled privately, when like he will immediately record shit and expose people. He'll share screenshots. He'll fucking go behind people's back and snake them constantly. But when it's him, you have to show him respect and keep it private. When
Yeah,
he
'cause you
won't
get-
return that decency to you.
Like, he thinks that you get your story together and collaborate privately, and then once you're in public, you have to agree with them.
In the commentary community, people will always fucking see you as content, even if you're a friend. The second that you stop being useful and the second that you start being fucking annoying like Bowblax, they just wait to make you content. And that's what Bowblax didn't realize, is that at any moment he could be content. And this should have been like the biggest red flag for him to know in his head, I'm walking on eggshells and any minute they could completely fuck me into the dirt. But instead, after this, he gets more egotistical.
Yeah, he's the kingmaker. You know, where would Augie be without him? Still in his closet.
Also, by the way, Augie, you're a piece of shit for keeping this stream going. I have no issues with Augie, but like Augie will continuously do this shit. He'll set people up and then just exploit the shit out of it. Like any real friend would have stopped the fucking stream.
I'm confused. Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it. Start the combo. If you want to fucking start the combo, you can talk about it, because I've already talked about it publicly. I don't want to, like, be vague, and, because, like, I don't want to...
Bobby, no!
You gotta be very clear on what we're talking about, but, like, if you want to talk about it, you can. I've already talked about this live, so I'm not hiding anything, but if you want to, you can. If you don't, you don't. Like, whatever. Up to you, man. You're the only one upset about
Is
this,
this really
so...
how far it's gotten?
What do you mean this is the first time it's, like, fucking coming up in a major way? Besides the other conversation that I was just referencing.
I'm completely lost right now.
Can we say this? Like, Nicholas Diorio is given a lot of shit for this. When, like, Bowblax brought it up publicly on Augie's stream. Like, he was saying Nicholas was blowing him up in the DMs. Out of nowhere. For no reason. And the same thing happens later, too, when fucking, when we cover his later dramas that happened this year. Like, no one was bringing it up publicly. He brought it up. And then it backfires on him, and then he freaks the fuck out because no one agreed with him.
Well, it's like you said, it's the first time that anyone's ever brought it up, except for the last time he brought it up.
It's him bringing it up, though. Everyone else just wants to forget about it and sweep it under the fucking rug. But Bowblax has to be right. So he puts them in a situation where they have to call him dumb. And then they get mad at him because he's making them address it publicly. And he doesn't realize that he's making them mad.
It's a very Boogie kind of thing of just...
Boogie does it intentionally.
you put out the lie, and then you immediately have to bring it back. Of where
he is similar to Boogie, though.
We talked. Mm-hmm. This is the first time we brought this up, except the last time. His recent one was, I am taking a break from the internet, except that I'm doing a stream right now.
Yeah. They're like, you should take a break from the internet. I am. He's on a stream. He's on a private stream, and he's fucking blocking people who criticize him. And he's like, I am taking a break right now. Fucking dumbass.
He's talking about me fucking accidentally false flagging someone.
Yeah,
That's what.
See, that's the fucking problem. No, you fucking didn't. So he's gonna make a ton of excuses and he's gonna fucking lie. Like, Bowblax will make up 100 fucking excuses to why he flagged someone. The reality of it is he spurred the fuck out and he wanted the video gone. So he fucking flagged everything. There is a whole process to flagging videos. I have flagged videos before, both for legitimate and illegitimate reasons. It is a whole process to flag a fucking video. You cannot accidentally flag a fucking video. Like, Bowblax is fucking lying. And he'll try to say that he was high when he did it. I've been high off my ass on shit. Like, I have done, same thing he does. I didn't do coke. I did fucking marijuana. I did the marijuana gummies. I did the marijuana drinks. I did the dabs. Like, I got fucked up on weed. And there was never a point where I got high on weed and was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna strike everyone. The only time I ever thought to strike people is when I was spurging the fuck out. And so, like, I don't know why he couldn't just take responsibility for it and be like, yeah, I freaked the fuck out and did that. But
I think Bowblax is even lying about the drugs.
You think he's lying about the weed?
Mm-hmm. Because he, that was the one topic that we had ever talked about was, where I was telling him, please shut up about being high because no one cares. You're just derailing things, and it always very much sounded like, I'll have 3 drugs, please. And like, I don't.
He tried to say that weed makes him manic, and like, I've dealt with that. No, it doesn't make you manic. Like, weed will make my depression act up, but weed won't make me manic. Like, it will make you paranoid, yeah, but like, it doesn't cause manic episodes. So he's just completely wrong there. Like, I've seen Review Tech USA be high as fuck on weed, and he didn't freak the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. But I have never seen him actually partake.
I think I've seen him hit a dab pin. I could be wrong, but I think I've seen Bowblax hit a dab pin. Which dab is like one of the, not, vape pens. I've seen him hit a vape pen. And vapes are like some of the weakest form of weed. I know people hype it up, but like, trust me, like actual proper dabs, like done with a blowtorch, that is the fucking strongest version of weed that you can smoke without it being laced with something. Fucking the vape pens are baby's first marijuana. And if he's just hitting a vape pen, it isn't gonna fuck him up. No matter the percentage or the dosage, like a vape pen isn't gonna make him that fucking trippy. There's no way in hell. Like, it takes so many hits off a vape pen just to get buzzed. Like, he's a fucking liar.
And he'd just break in with, oh guys, I'm so high right now.
Also, mentally ill people just shouldn't use marijuana to level themselves out. If you're, like, actually mentally ill, you should be on meds, like, real meds. And I think that he's lying when he says that he's on meds. I don't believe his story, and I don't think that he has anything wrong with him. I think that we're going to talk more about this later when we get into him lying about his mental disorders in a different video. But I think that he is autistic because he's confirmed that. I don't disbelieve that. And one thing that is synonymous with autistic people is that they can spurg the fuck out. The term spurging is from Asperger's, and it is literally making fun of the fact that autistic people can have freakouts. And there is a thing where autistic people have manic-like episodes. But the difference between an autistic manic episode and a real manic episode is real manic episodes are where you're completely delusional. You're not making any fucking sense. You can't think straight. You can't understand what you're doing, and you just say and do things because you're freaking the fuck out, like FouseyTube. Fucking an autistic mental episode is just where you scream and cry and fucking melt down. Like, it's like a child throwing a temper tantrum. Like, a spurg out is completely different than a proper fucking manic episode.
Well, I mean, okay, as someone who like is a literal spurg, like it's more that when you spurg, it's a way to get neurotypicals to back off.
Yeah. You're
And
in
it's-
control of it, though. Like, you're in control of your mind when you're fucking spurting the fuck out. When you're, like, actually having a manic episode, you're disassociating and you can't think straight. You can't, like, understand what you're doing. You're just really excited and you're really fucking panicky at the same time. And those emotions clash, and then you just freak the fuck out. It's like you're dying.
I mean, in control is a strong word for it.
He knows what he's doing.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Bowblax knows what he's fucking doing when he spurgs out. He's not having a manic episode. Like, autistic people can have manic-like episodes, but real manic episodes are for people who have things like schizophrenia, bipolar 1, fucking real mental disorders that you have to live with for the rest of your life and are really hard to fucking control. I don't believe Bowblax has any of those disorders. I think Bowblax is a sore loser crybaby.
I mean, like manic, like yeah, there is no control. Like spurg out, you're throwing a fit in the car, and manic is you jumping out of the car and start trying to climb a building, and you don't know why you're doing it.
Fucking FouseyTube is the key example of manic. FouseyTube and Etika, their manic episodes are like some of the most crazy manic episodes on YouTube. Like, manic is completely different than what Bowblax shows. Bowblax never fucking does anything that would hurt himself or others. He is not having a fucking manic episode. Not even close. I think if Bowblax tried to hurt himself, he'd pull out a spoon. Like, I don't think Bowblax would ever try to hurt himself. But anyway, let's get to the real freak out. Enough psychoanalyzing Bobby.
What are you
You're
talking
go around
about?
the internet pretending it was accidental. It just wasn't. I'm sorry. I don't believe you. I don't think many people believe you. I think most people actually don't. I'm sorry, dude. I genuinely don't believe you accidentally struck the Black Lives Matter video after you sat with me for fucking days telling me how angry you were that it was getting views. I don't believe you accidentally struck the Black Lives Matter video when after Augie's stream, when us fucking retards had to find out when somebody called you out in chat about it, that we had a fucking conversation for like 30 minutes explaining to you why
It was a lapse in judgment, not an accident. It was a lapse.
The excuses. Does he even know what a lapse in judgment means? Because, like, a lapse in judgment is not the same thing as getting high and then fucking striking something. Like, getting high is basically the equivalent of saying you were drunk when you did it. Like, that's not a lapse in judgment. That's just complete inebriation. Like, he doesn't even keep his excuses consistent.
Well, he talks about views, and then his brain shorts out, and
He's literally pulling a mundane Matt.
He's like, well, I mean, who got away with it and getting views off of their apology? And he goes straight to Logan Paul. Like, if he had gotten views on his own upload of Black Lives Matter before privating it, he would be fine. He would be okay with it.
He should have redid the Black Lives Matter song. Just redo it, own the meme, redo the song, add some like fucking production behind it, and just own it.
Too much work.
Yeah, he'd rather just run away from it and cry.
Now, hold on. You just said you accidentally struck him. Now you said it was a lapse in judgment. So do you want to fucking debate me on this, Bowblax? Because
It's a lapse in judgment.
30 seconds ago.
It's a lapse in judgment, and I called it a mistake. Because it's a mistake that I did that. Yeah. So it's an accident, as in it's a mistake.
You said I accidentally struck that video. That's not a lapse in judgment.
Nick is 100% right. Bowblax is completely fucking stupid. You either accidentally did it, which means, oops, I clicked this video I shouldn't have, or it's a lapse in judgment where it's like, I thought I was in the right, but I'm not in the right, but I am responsible for doing it. They are completely fucking different.
And there's no way to strike someone by accident.
Yeah, no. Like I said, it's
at the
way
time.
it's way too complicated to strike to begin with, unless you have an MCN, which he did not. He did not. He was not a part of a multi-channel network, so he
Like-
has no excuse.
And it's like over 3 pages that you would have to go through
Yeah.
in order to strike someone at the done.
The only people who don't have to do that are MCNs. Like, they can just auto strike immediately, and that's because YouTube gives them special privileges that other people don't get, so they can auto strike. But any normal user has to go through multiple pages and time stamping to get a fucking video flag. There's no way in hell that he did it by accident. And you have to sign your name and address.
That's a fucking far cry from a lapse in judgment.
I shouldn't have done it. What else do
Okay.
you want me to say, man? And I as soon as I did it, as soon as they did it, Nick,
I clicked the button.
wait, that's literally, I had a lapse in judgment because I was high. That was a factor in it.
Oh, so now he's high. So we went from it was a mistake to I had a lapse in judgment to I'm high. It's a good thing we already talked about why being high doesn't fucking excuse you of anything, and why being high is not comparable to the other 2 prior excuses.
It's Boogie.
I'd say it's worse than Boogie. It's collecting boulders. It's collecting boulders.
Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. And I said, and I said in the screen. No, I literally. I said in the stream clip I sent you that I shouldn't have mentioned that because that's not a valid excuse, and I should take responsibility for what I do, regardless if I'm high or not.
You're going around telling everybody, "Oops, I got high. Oopsie, I hit the strike."
You know what someone should do? When I was on a call with Lava the other day, because Bowblax uses that excuse so much, I was just singing on the spot, and I was like, I struck somebody because I got high. Like, someone should do like a whole fucking parody song and make it Bowblax and just fucking like take all of his like most infamous incidents and then just work with Afromance because I got high. And maybe you could like AI his voice on top of it too. Like fuck, what's his name?
The AI filter?
Yeah. The fucking guy who does the Ethan Ralph and Mundane Matt music. I know he does sentence splicing, but like do something like that.
MC Jarbo.
Yeah. Do something like that, but just with like voice to voice AI. Because no one's got time to fucking sentence splice in 2024.
Yeah, that takes forever.
I literally retracted it the second.
We're literally like, how does he think this is coming off? Like
Literally.
screaming like that. He doesn't have any bass to his voice. He doesn't have any like anger to his voice. He sounds like a Muppet. He sounds like an upset Muppet. Like, I can only imagine the Kermit the Frog arm waving while he's doing this. Like, he does not sound intimidating in the slightest.
Not even a Muppet in the bathtub.
I'm not debating that you retracted it. I'm saying that you're going around telling everybody that I accidentally fucking hit the button. Like, I was so
he was
high, I
high.
can't believe I did that. That was
I'm pretty sure I said lapse in judgment or mistake many times. I'm just using the word.
I'm pretty sure I said that 10 seconds ago.
For like fucking weeks.
He just threw every excuse at the wall, and he's like, why didn't it work? He doesn't understand that he's full of shit, and that everyone can see why that doesn't make any sense. He's just like, I use all the lines that work individually, and I mixed them together. Why didn't I win?
He can't even remember if he already used that.
That this fucking Black Lives Matter song was bothering you, and then when you were high, somebody gave you the idea to go strike, and you're like, "That's a great idea."
Yes, exactly.
It's the
Yes,
Pokemon
exactly.
guy. It's the guy who got like literally his first.
And I know why it's bad. Yes, I know why it's bad.
You don't know why, because we had to sit here and fucking argue with you why. And if we've talked about,
See, I'm gonna have the unpopular opinion here. I don't care that he struck somebody, and I'm not gonna go on a moral argument of why it's immoral to strike people. If you revoke the strike, that's all that fucking matters. If you revoke the strike, then I don't care. And he struck me, and I don't give a shit. But my problem is when you justify it. Like, you should just say, yeah, no, I got mad. I spurred the fuck out. I made a mistake. The end. Like, you should just own it.
Well, plus in that community, that striking someone is the best way to give them a career.
Yeah.
Like Akumu, that's his whole career.
Mundane Matt got his career built like that. Fucking Bowblax got his career built like that. Tipster got his career built like that. Like, literally all of them got their careers built like that.
Yeah, and it takes years off of that to eventually flame out, because
Yeah.
it's just so it's such a boost to a career that no one's going to screw with you after that. But you're still going to go around and say that clip channels should be struck.
I can't speak for you, but for me, I feel like if he just owned up and said, yeah, I was upset, I wasn't thinking straight, and I flagged them, I revoked the flag, and I won't do it again, I would be completely fine with him. Like, if he just owned up for it and said that he did it because he freaked the fuck out, I think I'd get over if he didn't do it again. But making excuses is why it's fucking stupid. It's stupid because he's trying to come up with 18 different excuses to why he did it, instead of just saying, yeah, no, I freaked the fuck out. My bad.
All this publicly.
And he's the
no
first
fucking
one to
problem
know
with me,
that
and
doesn't
I don't know
work.
who else was in the call. It was either John or Tom. We're having to explain to you why your fucking stupid strike made our fucking archive argument look really dumb. Like, after we sat here defending you for fucking months, you went and struck an archive of a fucking video and made everybody around you look dumber.
Yeah, and I said that's a mistake that I regret. What else do I need to say?
That's great, dude.
I made a mistake. Sorry.
When people make videos talking about it, their fucking feelings are valid, right? Because it's a mistake that you fucking made.
Yeah, I mean, some people making videos on it are taking clips out of context, but yeah, generally they would be right.
What is out of context about this situation?
No, there was a video that someone made about it where they took my explanation that I sent you that you still didn't watch. I don't know why you're arguing with me before you didn't watch it.
Because
from my
your
Sonic
whole argument
Adventures.
is, oops, I got high.
Do you
Now,
want me to
nobody
do?
fucking believe
Wait, do you want me to explain what I'm doing? Wait, I did get
Such
high.
bull cow behavior.
I'm not lying.
I've noticed that there's a correlation with people who are, like, addicted to weed and being a lolcow online. Like, I think it nulls your brain just enough to where you start saying and doing stupid shit without thinking. Because when I was having my fucking spurgouts 2 years ago, I was also having mental issues, but I was smoking weed in an attempt to regulate my mood and regulate my brain. And I have not smoked weed since January, since I got back on my meds, because weed just fucking makes you dumb. It just makes you completely fucking dumb. And I'll never say that weed is, like, addicting and that it's, like, a dangerous drug, but I will say it's a stupid drug that makes you fucking dumb, and it doesn't help you at all. And I think that it definitely it participates in people acting like lolcows. Quite a bit of lolcows online smoke weed.
He just did like 3 classic lolcow lines in a row.
Yeah. He didn't realize that he was their pet lolcow. He never realized it.
Bowblax, would you say that you should probably not operate your YouTube channel when you are
Shut
high?
up, flamenco.
I said it was a mistake. Like, I don't know what else. What? Like, okay.
I love that Augie isn't even fucking saying anything. He's just playing a video game. He isn't fucking participating in the conversation at all.
And that flamenco thinks that he's the one who can smooth everything over because he's so reasonable.
Yeah, go back to VTubers.
So have you, like, apologized to the guy that you struck?
Yeah.
The guy he struck. He did so many false strikes. He's such a fucking liar. It wasn't the guy. He struck me too. He's such a liar. Like, I never called him out on it because I didn't give a shit. But he is such a fucking liar.
What
And
else is there to
flamenco's
do?
just
Like, I don't-
stun-locked.
What else can I do? What do you want me to do?
Dude, I'm just so fucking sick and
No
tired
follow-up.
of anytime you do anything remotely fucking cringy or remotely fucking, like, obnoxious or remotely fucking stupid, you just go around and go, dude, I'm just a good actor, I was just trolling. It's every fucking...
You fools. I was only pretending to be dumb.
You totally fell for my troll.
time. It's like, oh, I didn't make a mistake, dude. I just got high and did it by accident. I didn't actually want to strike his video. Yeah, you fucking did. Okay. Oh god, I was arguing I was screeching in the fucking Among Us game. You know why I was screeching in the Among Us game?
I was mad, but
I didn't get the Among Us clip. I might watch that on a separate video one day. But there is an Among Us clip where he freaked the fuck out, and I can't even judge him because I also freak the fuck out with Among Us if people don't play it right. That's why I don't fucking play the game.
But I amplified it for fun.
It was his fault because he had just betrayed Nick in it, I believe.
Yeah. He
And
didn't
so
know how to
Nick-
play the fucking game. That's why he lost. Like that he's fucking dumb. He had no reason to get upset.
And like Nick gets him back and it's just like, you know, you had just done that. You know, you have no right to freak out at them for doing the same thing.
Yeah. When I got angry, the last time I played Among Us, I was in a friend group, and there were British people in that friend group, and they kept voting people out because they weren't British, and that made me get so fucking mad. I'm like, that's not how you play the fucking game. It's a deductive game. You guys suck at this. If you're gonna vote people out, have a damn reason to vote people out. And they're like, dude, it's a game, chill. And I'm like, play the game the way it's fucking meant to be played. I hate that shit. I hate it when people fucking ruin the rules of a game. Like when people bring house rules to Monopoly or try to fucking make up shit with Uno. Like that shit just gets me ticked.
Play like an honorable fucking player.
Yeah, play by the fucking rules. If you can't play by the rules, don't play with me. I don't want to fucking deal with you. And that's why I don't play Among Us anymore. Bowblax should have realized he was the problem and quit playing Among Us with them. Because I was the problem with that group. Everyone else was having fun. I was the one trying to play the game the way it was meant to be played.
No one believes that.
I
dude.
amplified
I'm
it for
sorry, I'm
fun.
gonna call you out. No one
Wait, you're
fucking
still-
believes that.
I was mad, but I amplified it for effect. Like I went on longer for.
Okay, but
Comedic effect.
literally nobody on. Dude, you literally rage quit the call. I'm sorry, that's literally.
Yeah, I was mad, but I played it up later for effect. That's what I said.
I played it up after the fact.
I know I killed her, but it was just a joke. Come on. I just want a bit nutto.
Yeah, this plutonium. Jesus, Nick is blatantly jealous here, and that's pointless. I'm so jealous of the fact that you made me look like a retard. I'm so jealous of the fact that I.
How did I make you look like a retard?
Defended you on the archival point and said that archives of videos are fair use and all that shit. And then you went and you struck a fucking video that was an archive.
I'm sorry, I fucked up. What else do you want me to say? Like, I fucked up. I'm ashamed of it. I fucking hate
You
it.
not go around Twitter and telling everybody, "Oops, I got high. I wouldn't have struck the video."
I already said all the shit I'm saying right now.
I'm telling you, I really want someone to make Bowblax because I got high. I really want to hear it.
Publicly on a previous live stream and a
That's
previous
not the way
tweet.
you fucking said it. That's not the way you fucking said it.
What's the clip? You don't even said publicly.
Wow, dude, I can't believe that.
Can you do?
I can't believe an hour and 45 minutes.
I've been linking it to people who asked. I've been linking it to everyone who asked.
Your apology in an hour and 45 minutes.
No, that's not an apology. There's no apology. That's explanation. Let me speak.
And that was the moment Bowblax ruined his fucking life. That was the fucking moment.
There was no apology except that.
If you make an excuse, it's not a fucking apology. Like, if you make an excuse during the apology, it's not a fucking apology. Like, an apology is, I fucked up. I should have done better. I should learn from this and not make the mistake again. I'm sorry. Like, that's all it should be. It shouldn't be, I know that you feel a certain way, but I was high, and I made a mistake, and I won't do it again. Now, please forgive me. That's not how you do an apology. Like, no one's gonna fucking like you if they have to forgive you. An apology doesn't have to be reciprocated. Like, that's fucking dumb. People have the right to be angry at you. And the fucking let me speak, screaming, let me speak. You're not saying anything useful. Why should anyone let you speak? You've been going on for 10 minutes about fucking nothing, and you can't even get your fucking story straight. Why should anyone let you cook? Why should anyone let you speak?
because he's only one sentence away from vindication.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's one fucking scream away from winning. I don't know how they kept tolerating him after this and let him back into the community. This is a complete and utter fucking joke.
You
Oh, what word did you almost say there?
You better be glad the lag happened, because I heard you.
You fucking bitch! My apology is not in there! My apology was oh my god! You didn't even watch the clip! Why are you saying shit without watching the clip?
Oh yeah, he confirmed later he was crying here. He confirmed that later. Repeatedly. So he is crying here. He's actually molding, crying, and seething.
And he's saying watch the clip because they're not going to be able to do that on stream right now.
Yeah, no, they have to leave.
Just fucking watch my shit and actually like listen to what I fucking say, dude. Before you fucking accuse me of shit, bro.
This dude was an adult at this time. Like, there's no excuse for like crying on stream like this. He's an actual adult.
Putting those words in that order, just no sense. He's just spamming words.
Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, what are you fucking doing then? I'm sorry, I fucked up, man. It's fucked up for you, it's fucked up for the guy who I struck. And I regret it, like, so much, dude. That's it.
Okay.
He had to repeat dude because he had just tried to say dude and doing at the same time. Like he did that earlier where he did me and another word, and that's another very Dark Side Phil kind of thing. There's a classic thing with Dark Side Phil complaining about machinima, and he says me and really at the same time. He says, "How could they do this to me?
So that was the Bowblax BLM drama. What did you think of this situation?
I think he needs to revive it. He can do it this time.
Oh yeah, just bring it up. He'll win.
It'll distract everyone from everything else that he's doing.
I think the BLM thing should have been a red flag to everyone, and Nicholas Diorio shouldn't have been gullible enough to let Bowblax back in after this, unless he was just going to make him like an actual pet lol cow. The fact that he continued treating Bowblax like he was an equal after he broke down crying in this call is just ridiculous. The fact that Bowblax made it another 4 years is just completely ridiculous. Like, I understand why for this year they kept Bowblax around because Augie was gone, but like, Bowblax should never be allowed back in. Same as Tipster. Like, he's a complete fucking joke. And he doesn't even make good content, and he doesn't help the content be entertaining. Like, the joke is always on him. He doesn't elevate the content in any meaningful way.
I mean, Bowblax has been trying to reference this recently to try and distract people, where on a couple streams in a row, he was playing Mario Sunshine. I say, get it, guys? I'm owning the meme?
He can never own the meme. He can never own the meme.
It's like, it's not even a meme, Bowblax. It's just you.
Yeah, and he desperately doesn't want this to be known as like the BLM thing. Like, he's now called it like the Boobas stream or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he calls it, but he has like a different fucking name for this situation, and it is just wrong. It's the BLM situation. He said some offensive shit about black people, and rather than just owning up for it or apologizing, he decided to freak the fuck out and make a complete ass of himself. And I still don't think he's learned anything from it, and I don't think that he'll ever live this down. Especially because he had another let me speak moment recently.
Mm-hmm. It's a tactic that people with Asperger's think work, and it does get people to back off, but it doesn't get them to forget what you just did.
Yeah. Hopefully, though, you guys like this first episode. We will be coming back next week. We will continue going into the Bowblax stuff, and then after that, I want to try to get into the just robot cine stuff. So hopefully you guys are interested in more of this. I don't know how often I'm going to be uploading yet. It'll just depend on how people receive this video and if you guys think that this is entertaining. But I guess this has been our first Bowblax bully stream.
Give it a year.
But
we're on the same level as Mike David.
It was fun recording, and I can't wait to do another episode.
Thank you. And have fun, you absolute legends. Oh wait, that's someone else.
Bye.
Dive into the chaos, here we go. Social media lunacy steals the show. Crazy sin just means wrapped up tight. Scroll through the madness every night.